Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing well. I'm trying to do my typical, hey guys, hey everyone, how you do? Like, I'm trying to say hello, and this always takes me so many attempts, and I'm not sure why, because when I say hello to people face to face, I'm like, hi, I don't have to rehearse it, so I don't understand why I have to rehearse my hello like so many times before I can get the perfect hey everyone. It doesn't have to be like that, does it? It really doesn't have to be like that. Whew. Anyway, now that I've gotten that out of my system, and we've established that this is a friendly, easygoing place, I thought I would answer a few questions. There were a few questions that were left unanswered from my last Q&A. First question is, how many siblings do I have? I have I don't have 7 siblings. I have 6 siblings. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, 1 elder brother who's a couple of years older than me, and then I have my sister Esther, and then all the other siblings. Should I shut the window? I feel like a lot of noise is coming in. Let me go shut the window. Okay, so how many siblings do I have? I have 6 siblings. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. Altogether, my parents had 7 children. The first child, unfortunately, he passed away. His name was Emmanuel, and that was when they were living in Kenya in exile, I believe. I believe there was a bit of malpractice there. He was delivered with forceps. There was some internal bleeding. He didn't survive. And then they went on to have the rest of us. So now you know. Any advice on making friends as a Christian adult? Sometimes all it takes is a bit of availability and a little bit of initiative. Go to places where you're going to find Christians, go to church, go to events, go to where Christians are found in order to make friends. I mean, if you wanted friends who spoke a certain language, you would go where that language is spoken. If you wanted friends who liked cooking, you would go to cooking classes. Say yes when you are invited to places. Sometimes you don't see the opportunities that you have because you say a lot of no, no, no. If you're to start saying yes, you'll see how many people there are available to connect with in certain places in this world. It's way too easy to get used to your own company, and it's way too easy to not take the initiative to meet people. Nowadays, it's like text. You somehow feel connected, but make an effort to meet people in person. On another church level, there is life groups, connect groups, cell groups, house groups. Basically, what I've just said, they're all the same thing in my mind anyway. Go to those small groups. I find that's when you can really connect to people on a more personal level. I feel like a lot of the time in church, people say quick hellos, highs and byes, and there's almost a rushed vibe sometimes. If you go to big churches, sometimes small churches, there's often the potential to connect with people easier. So maybe if you find you're already at a big church and you're struggling, maybe going to a smaller church would help you, or maybe finding a smaller group in that church would help you. I think a group setting is probably the best thing you can do. Get to know each other better, hang out with them more on a one-to-one basis or still on a group basis, and that's it really. It's always helpful to have Christian friends, so it's good that you are looking for that. There are groups in the church that cater for different ages, for 12 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So just join that group, that specific group. Keep up to date with all the events that they're having. Go to them, see who God brings into your life. You'll be blessed. Okay, next question. I feel like I've spent ages on that question. This is from Yolanda Campbell. Hi Yolanda. Alright, so hi Tabitha. My question is, do you think you would ever move back to beautiful Uganda? If you have already covered this subject in another video, can you just send a link? No, I have never covered this subject, and I'm glad you asked. So, would I ever move back to Uganda? I wouldn't say yes, and I wouldn't say no. I don't have plans to, but maybe an opportunity will present itself. Maybe life will pan out, so I end up moving back for some reason. But I know that I will always be connected to Uganda. I'll always try to go back when I can. In the past, I always thought I would want to move back because I would want my children to learn the mother tongue, but it's all about them being bilingual rather than knowing specifically Acholi, even though I believe Acholi would be very important when it comes to visiting northern Uganda, because that is where Acholi is spoken. So we shall see what happens. happens. You guys know I love Acholi. Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know. Acholi is basically my mother tongue. It's the language my parents speak to each other, and it's a language a lot of people in northern Uganda speak. I love the language, but I don't know it. I was never taught it, and I've never lived in Uganda, so yep. Another question is, can you do a video on an easy way to break out of staying in all the time, like on things to do that encourages a person to socialize more? If you get invited somewhere, say yes. You never know where a yes can lead to. Sometimes we're just defaulted to be like no, 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 and then afterwards we consider. Try to let yes be your first answer, because you're gonna realize you have many more opportunities to go out than you actually can see. It's so important to see what you already have in your hands. It's so easy to say I don't have this and I don't have that, when really you have a bunch of opportunities in your hand, or a bunch of little options that might help you in a way. So the next time somebody invites you out for drinks, take it seriously, go out for drinks and just have fun. You never know who you're gonna meet. Sometimes you might think, oh, but so-and-so is not a Christian, or I don't want to drink alcohol. Well, just because you go out for drinks doesn't mean you have to drink alcohol. You could drink a Sprite, you could have a lemonade, you could have Coke, or you could have like a smoothie or something, whatever the place serves, something else. It doesn't mean you have to get crazy if that's what you're worried about. Now I'm looking at this question again. It says it's about breaking out of staying in. The first thing you can do is just wake up early. Go for a run, go for exercise. I'm more of an early bird than a sleeper-inner. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm more of an early bird. I prefer to wake up early, but I have had my times when I do sleep in, and then I'm like, wow. The first thing you can do is basically energize your body. That just kickstarts your day. Make sure you have some breakfast so you are fueled. Find a hobby. There's so many things you can do to break out of that and encourage yourself to socialize, saying yes, being open-minded, etc, etc. Okay, so that's all for my questions. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. If you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments and I will try to get back to you, or maybe do another Q&A depending on the question.